I'm Isabel Kanaan, co-creator and lead actor of Omni Television's Abroad, and you're watching Speed Date with Xtra Magazine.
In 3 words, how would you describe your comedy?
In 3 words, I would describe my comedy as determination.
Tuturuan natin ang anak natin tungkol sa sex.
Kahit na hindi tayo tinuruan ng mga magulang natin.
Heartbreaking.
Nurse, I'm the doctor here. This patient has a severed artery.
That's what I said.
Family.
Buti naman nakahanap ka ng oras para bisitahin ang iyong mama na ilang buwan mo nang di nakikita.
You have appeared on shows including Royal Canadian Air Force and This Hour Has 22 Minutes. What did you want to do differently when creating your own sketch comedy show?
Pay us well if you want to keep 2 women of color.
I wanted to create a sketch comedy show that had a different point of view. A lot of times when we hear of the Canadian audience, we often think just rural Canada or just the audience that they have built for years and years.
Are you saying that Newfoundlanders wore rain slickers in the year 1000?
It rains there. It always has. That's a fact.
And that's great, but I like to challenge that there is another audience out there that you are not tapping into, or you're trying and it's not working because the point of view is just lost. And so I wanted that, especially for my immigrants out there like me, because going into those shows, doing those shows, I was lost at times. They would laugh at a joke and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know what they're talking about. So I wanted that accessibility across all audiences in Canada.
So you're part of the Filipinx diaspora. How does that experience shape or inform your unique comedic voice?
Filipinos are very animated and they are characters in themselves.
This one for my body, bring us up again.
And so a lot of the times when people ask me, oh, you're a comedian, so you think you're funny. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm funny. I think I'm a good storyteller. I think I impersonate really well. And I impersonate my family and my friends really well. And they are characters and I find them funny. And so that's what I bring to the comedy, that familiarity. And that's what I do.
Which LGBTQ2S+ comedians are making you laugh these days?
First off, I gotta give it up to my friend Brandon Ash Mohammed, who has been killing it. So funny. Oh my gosh.
Even though my last name is Muhammad, my family is not Muslim. I've actually only been to a mosque once, and it was in the video game Prince of Persia.
Another one is Kirsten Rasmussen.
Not too much head.
And gotta give props to my fellow Filipino roots, Kevin Vidal.
What's so wrong with being the first openly gay superhero?
Because you're terrible at it.
So you are an alum of the Filipina sketch group Tita Collective, who has collaborated with queer Filipinx band Pentayo. What role does collaborating with other Filipinx artists play in your work?
Oh, I feel like it elevates the project completely. I think, we tend to kind of live in our own bubble sometimes. And by my own bubble, sometimes I just mean in my room when I'm creating. And so it's nice to get another perspective on it. And not only that, but if I lack a certain skill that they have, and then it's just like, and that's what collaboration is to me. I thrive with collaboration.
If you could collaborate with anyone in the world, who would it be?
I mean, I think this is just fun, but the Filipino TikTok crew, Redmond Rock,
Smooth talking, so rockin'.
with Bella Porch. Because they've collaborated.
We met when we were kids. We're actually cousins, you guys.
And me! Hey! Just like a bunch of Filipinos hanging out.
I love it. What do you have like a favorite type of TikTok to do?
That's the thing. I do sketches.
Yeah.
They don't. they usually do the dances.
In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up.
That's why I think it'll be funny. It's that thing again of, this is my skill. I'm helping you out. And what are your skills? Help me out.
So your show is bilingual, where characters switch back and forth from speaking Tagalog to English. How did you land on this style?
Honestly, at first, that wasn't the idea. But then Omni suggested it to us, and we're like, we can do that? I didn't think it was possible. And they're like, yeah, that's what our network is about. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And I feel like, again, it just elevated the show that much more. Because I came in as an immigrant, I would always think, I have to speak English. I'd have to assimilate to Canada. The fact that they gave the idea of Taglish, as we call it there, it's amazing. It makes me feel seen because that's how I talk. So it's again just that much more relatable.
Half Pinoy, half Canadian, 100% masarap.
Your TikToks are very funny. How do you come up with those ideas?
Reading your comments is an acting exercise. What would I do without you? What would I do without you?
Sometimes I look at the popular trends and think, this is fun. What's my take on it? So I put from my lens, and that's either gonna be a Filipino, woman of color, queer, or an actor point of view. And that's how I make it my own within this trend. Or the ones where there's an original audio, that's just me, I just kind of come up with. I meditate a lot, and sometimes it just comes to me and I need to write it down. And sometimes it's not enough to just write it down. I want to see it. So I treat TikTok as my sketch diary.
That's when she said, I like that you're broken like me.
What was the funnest part of working on Abroad?
One of the best parts about it was the cast and crew.
It's no big deal. This is no big deal.
I didn't know it was possible to not have a toxic film environment, because growing up in this industry, surprisingly, it's not that common for everyone to be having fun. So this was really great opportunity for everybody to just let everything go.
I ain't Romeo and now hold. Making a party.
Thanks for watching Speed Date with Xtra Magazine. You can find me at Instagram and TikTok at Isabel Kanaan. And please don't forget to watch on Omni Television every Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Abroad.